They say saving money means sacrificing everything fun. No lattes, no takeout, no joy. But guess what? That's a scam. You don't need to live like a medieval monk to stack up $10,000 in a year. What you do need is a smart plan that works with your lifestyle, not against it. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to save 5 figures without turning into a budgeting robot. From sneaky expenses draining your wallet to side hustles that don't eat your soul. This is the ultimate guide. Grab that coffee. Yes, you can keep it. And let's make your bank account swoon. Step 1. Build a budget that doesn't suck. The word budget has the same energy as diet or New Year's resolutions. People want to believe in it, but deep down they know they'll fall off in 2 weeks. That's because most budgets are built like medieval torture devices. Too strict, too painful, and ultimately unsustainable. But a good budget isn't about restriction. It's about knowing exactly where your money is going and making sure it serves you, not the other way around. Let's be honest, most of us have no clue how much we actually spend in a month. We think we know, but then our bank account hits us with surprise transactions we don't even remember making. That's why step 1 is simple. Track everything. For 1 month, just write down every single dollar you spend. No judgment, no guilt, just cold, hard reality. Most people discover that their money isn't disappearing because of big purchases. Rather, it's the little ones. A $5 juice here, a random Amazon order there, an Uber because you didn't feel like walking. It adds up. Now here's the fun part. Instead of slapping yourself on the wrist for spending, you're going to create a system that works with your lifestyle. The 50-30-20 rule is a great start. Half your income goes to essentials like rent and bills. 30% is for things that make life fun. And 20% goes straight into savings and investments. But if you're serious about saving $10,000 in a year, you'll need to tweak those numbers a bit. That means shifting that savings percentage higher, even if it's just by 5 to 10%. It sounds painful, but trust me, it's way easier to cut back on mindless spending when you actually see how much of your money is going towards stuff you don't even remember buying. Would you believe most people spend more on subscriptions they forgot about than on their phone bills? That's right. If you've got 5 different streaming services, a gym membership you haven't used since the New Year's rush, and that one free trial that started charging you 6 months ago, your money is literally leaking out of your bank account. And that brings us to step 2. Step 2. Cut the money black holes. Let's talk about the sneaky little ways your money disappears. You know the feeling. You check your bank balance and it's way lower than you thought. But where did it go? Somewhere between auto-pay subscriptions, impulse buys, and food delivery, your money has evaporated without you noticing. Time to plug the leaks. First up, subscriptions. If you haven't checked your recurring charges in a while, do it now. Go into your banking app and look at every single subscription that hits your account. You'll probably find a few you forgot about, and others you thought you canceled, but are still charging you like a toxic ex who won't take the hint. Get rid of anything you don't actually use. Now, let's address the silent budget killer, impulse spending. Ever walked into a store for one thing and somehow spent $100 on stuff you had to have? That's not an accident. Retailers literally design stores to trap you. Target, for example, places the $1 section right at the entrance, so you get hooked into shopping mode before you even realize it. Then they pump out scents and music scientifically proven to make you spend more. It's not you, dear. It's mind control. The trick is to wait 24 hours before making any non-essential purchase. If you still want it the next day, that's fine. But most of the time, you'll completely forget about it. Speaking of smarter choices, what if I told you that you could save way faster if you made more money on the side? That's where step 3 comes in. Step 3, make extra money without selling your soul. Look, cutting expenses is great, but at some point you need to make more money. And no, that doesn't mean picking up a second job that drains your will to live. It means finding ways to bring in extra cash that doesn't feel like a second full-time gig. Let's start with the easiest option, selling stuff you don't use. You probably have at least a few $100s worth of clothes, electronics, or furniture just sitting around. An old iPhone? Sell it. Clothes you haven't worn in 2 years? Flip them on Poshmark. Random junk? Facebook Marketplace is your best friend. You don't need to be a full-time reseller to make a few $100. And if you're really looking for passive income, user testing and surveys are surprisingly legit. Websites like user testing will literally pay you to give feedback on websites and apps. You sit there, click a few buttons, say what you think, and get paid. It's not a fortune, but it adds up. And when you combine little streams of income with the money you're already saving, you get to your $10,000 goal way faster. Would you believe an extra $27.40 daily gets you up to $10K by year's end? That's one side hustle or small daily sacrifice away. And now that you know how to earn more, let's talk about making sure that money actually stays in your account. Step 4. Automate your savings like a boss. Let's face it, saving money manually is like going to the gym. You know you should do it, but you'll probably skip it. That's why automation is king. The less you have to think about saving, the more money you'll actually keep. The first trick is the direct deposit hack. Set up your paycheck to automatically funnel 20 to 30% into a separate savings account before you even see it. No temptation, no problem. When the money never hits your spending account, your brain doesn't register it as spendable cash. And boom, you're saving without even trying. Next up, round up apps like Acorns and Capital, which turn your spare change into a money-making machine. Every time you buy something, these apps round up the purchase to the nearest dollar and drop the extra cents into a savings or investment account. It's like tipping your future self with every swipe of your card. Over time, those tiny deposits snowball into real money without you even noticing. Automating your savings isn't just a smart move, it's the move. People who automate save 3 times more than those who don't. It's the easiest way to ensure you hit that 10K goal without constantly micromanaging your finances. Set it, forget it, and watch your savings stack up while you keep living your life. Step 5. The 1-year plan to hit 10K. Alright, it's time to zoom out and make this real. Saving $10,000 sounds massive, but when you slice it into manageable chunks, it suddenly feels way more doable. You need to put away $833 a month, which might mean adjusting your budget, trimming the fat, and making sure that money goes straight into savings before you spend it. If that number feels too big, think weekly. That's $192. That could be skipping a couple of takeouts, cutting an unnecessary subscription, or finally selling that pile of, I might use this someday, stuff collecting dust in your closet. Still too much? Let's go even smaller, $27.40 a day. That's one side hustle gig, one small sacrifice, or one decision to make coffee at home instead of stopping at Starbucks. See? No magic, no suffering, no extreme frugality. Just small, smart moves that add up fast. And here's the fun part. Imagine looking at your bank account next year and seeing 5 extra zeros. That's not a dream, it's a plan. And the best part is that you're the one making it happen. Here's the deal. Saving money isn't about deprivation. It's about power. It's about knowing that whatever happens, you've got options. You are building something real. So here's the challenge. Start today. Set up one automatic transfer. Cancel one useless subscription. Find one way to make an extra $20 this week. Pick one step and do it now. Small wins stack up fast. And before you know it, you're on your way to that 10K goal. And hey, let's make this fun. Drop your biggest money-draining habit in the comments. No shame, just honesty. We're all in this together, and by this time next year, we'll be sitting on a pile of savings, still drinking our coffee, and wondering why we didn't start sooner. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stuff.